नमस्कार दोस्तों। वेलकम बैक टू आवर चैनल दैट इज ज्ञानी पॉलिटिक्स। और आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल फ्रेमवर्क ऑफ इंडिया और इसका हिस्टोरिकल बैकग्राउंड। तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ये दो भागों में बटा हुआ है। पहला हमारा है कंपनी रूल, देन है ब्रिटिश क्राउन। तो ये वीडियो पे हम ऑल अबाउट कंपनी रूल और इसके इनएक्टमेंट के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे। तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, द ब्रिटिश केम टू इंडिया इन 1608 एज अ ट्रेडर इन द फॉर्म ऑफ ईस्ट इंडियन कंपनी which had exclusive rights of trading in India under a character granted by Queen Elizabeth I in 1600. Now, the first of all, I going to tell you that the Britishers came in India first time in year 1608 or as a traders, and they take permission in 1600 from Queen Elizabeth under Character Act. And now 1765, the company which till now had purely trading functioning obtained the Diwani. Till 1765, the British company rule or the East Indian Company has doing trading in India. And now after 1765, it declared Diwani. Diwani means they have a rights to collect revenues and do justice in Bengal, Bihar, Odisha. And now from after the 1765, they take their career as a territorial empowerment and their expansion. The rule continued until the India was granted independence on 15 August 1947. With independence came there was a need of constitution. तो देखिए दोस्तों, the British East Indian Company and the British Crown can continue to rule in India until the India was granted an independence. And the first time the India was given independence in 15 August 1947, and from here there was a need of constitution. So the constitutional assembly would be set up for making constitution in near about 1946, and it can be make constitution, and the constitution can implemented in India on 26 January 1950. तो दोस्तों अब हम बात करेंगे कंपनी रूल के अंदर रेगुलेटिंग एक्ट 1773। इसके दो पॉइंट हम डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं। इट प्रोवाइडेड द एस्टेब्लिशमेंट ऑफ सुप्रीम कोर्ट एट कलकत्ता कंप्राइजिंग वन चीफ जस्टिस एंड थ्री अदर जजेस। अंडर रेगुलेटिंग एक्ट, first point is that it stabilizes a Supreme Court in Calcutta in year 1774, and the Supreme Court at that time consisting one Chief Justice and three other judges. The second point under regulating act is that it is prohibited the servant of the company from engaging any private trade or accepting present from the natives. So the second point is related to about the servant and the followers of the company who engaging in private trades and accepting present from the natives. Under the East Indian Company, we up next topic is about Amendment Act 1781. It in a bid to rectify the defects of a regulating Act 1773, the British Parliament passed the Amending Act 1781. It is also known as Amending Act of Settlement. तो दोस्तों देखिए, जो हमारा पास्ट का जो रेगुलेटिंग एक्ट 1773 था उसमें जो डिफेक्ट्स हुए हैं उसको सही करके ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट ने एक और न्यू एक्ट पास किया जिसे हम कहते हैं अमेंडिंग एक्ट 1781। तो दोस्तों पिट्स इंडियन एक्ट 1784, तो इसके भी अब हम पॉइंट डिस्कस कर लेते हैं। इट डिस्टिंग्विश बिटवीन द कमर्शियल एंड द पॉलिटिकल फंक्शन ऑफ द कंपनी। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, इट कैन सेपरेट both the powers, that commercial and the political powers and function of the company. And second, it empowered the board to control and supervise and direction all the operation of civil military government and revenues of the British possession in India। देखिए यहाँ पे empowered का मतलब होता है अथॉरिटी, ठीक है। तो देखिए जो पिट्स इंडियन एक्ट है, इट गिव्स अथॉरिटी टू सुपरवाइज, टू डायरेक्ट all the operation regarding military, civil, and regarding the collection of revenue among the state that British occupy in India. And second of all is about Character Act 1813. It abolished the trade monopoly the company in India. The Indian trade was open of all British merchants. देखिए before the 1830, as the East Indian Company has governing in India, So there was a monopoly that only East Indian Company can trade in India. But after Character Act 1830, the Indian trade was open for all the type of British merchants and the businessmen. Second, it asserted the sovereignty of the British Crown over the company territories in India. अब यहाँ पे दोस्तों asserted मतलब होता है declare, sovereignty मतलब होता है supremacy, and the British Crown company territories मतलब state. तो देखिए it declared that the supremacy and the main power of the British Crown over the state that company occupies. तो दोस्तों करेक्टर एक्ट 1833 it made the Governor General of Bengal as the Governor General of India and vested him all civil and military powers. First time under Character Act that the Governor General of Bengal has become the Governor General of India, and he have given to exercise all his power relating military and civil. Thus, the act created for the first time the government of India having authority over the entire territorial area possessed by the Britishers in India. Now this type of act was created first time, and government can rule all the territories or the state occupied under India. Second point, it ended the activities of East Indian Company as a commercial body and became a purely administrative body. Now, in Character Act 1833, it can convert that the first of all East Indian Company can convert it from commercial body to a purely administrative body or the government body. Third, the Character Act 1833 attempted to introduce a system of competition for selection of civil servants and started Indian should be debarred for holding any place, office, employment under the company. Now under Character Act, there is a no new provision has been introduced for taking services of A grade officer like civil servants, and stated that Indians should not be excluded from holding any office or place or employment under the British company. However, the provision was neglected after the opposition of Court of Directors, and this type of act provision can be neglected by the Court of Directors. Now, under the East Indian Company rule, the last act is Character Act 1853. It is introduced as an open competition system and term for selection and requirement for civil servants. And under this act, it helps to introduce that there was an open competition for selection of an civil servants. The convenient civil services was thrown open to the Indian also, and this act can promise that the civil services exams can open for all Indians. According to the Marcoles committee, the committee of Indian civil service was appointed in 1850. Now there was a committee was appointed for appointment of Indian civil services or in year 1854. Second, it extended the company rule and allowed to retain the possession of India territories as a trust for the British Crown. Now, under this act, the tenure of the company rule can be extended, and it can retain the possession of Indian state from company rule towards the directly from the British Crown. तो दोस्तों धन्यवाद। अगर आपको वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो तो लाइक शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब कीजिए। इसका पार्ट 2 मैं जल्दी बनाऊंगा। तो दोस्तों राधे राधे।